I'm doing a very short semi-review on my newest toy, a Foxtrot Mike FM-9 with a 7.5-inch barrel and a 3-inch blast diffuser. Before I offer my observations, I have two other guns out here just for size comparison. Of course, this is the FM-9. And right above it is the Ruger PC-9. I bought this before I bought this, and it's been a fun gun. I've enjoyed shooting it. And above that, just for size comparison, is just an AR-15 build that I did on a Troy 14.5-inch barrel upper with the flash suppressor welded on. And I mainly have those out just for size comparison. Yeah, it's hard to get the whole field of view in here, but as you can see, the Ruger rifle comes in at 35 inches, and the edge of the flash suppressor of the AR, right about 34 and change. And if you look down here, the edge of the FM-9, about 27 inches. So it's considerably smaller. The butt stock, the pistol, the pistol grip is fully extended here on the FM-9, and it is on the AR as well. The one thing that helps with size on this, of course, it breaks down, and you can break it down and fit it into the same bag that the Ruger 1022 takedown fits in, so that gets the size down quite a bit. I've had both these 9mm to the range, and the Ruger was more accurate. I mean, you've got a lot more barrel there to work with. I've got red dots on both of them. I don't really have a preference for either one. By the way, that is a very nice red dot right there. It cost almost as much as the rifle. I can't remember the name right offhand. Aim Point? Trijicon, sorry. Anyway, with the Ruger, I was able to, at 25 yards, the longest range that I have at my indoor local range, I was able to put about a 30-round mag, firing one shot every second, into the size of about, I don't know, maybe a 2-inch group at 25 yards. Doing the same thing with the FM-9. My group is about the size of a tennis ball, dead center, right on the X. But that's semi-rapid fire, prone position, not supported. Okay, well, you know, the main thing that I wanted to say was this rifle is for sale by Primary Arms. I love the company, bought a lot of stuff from them, accessories and components for various builds that I've done. But when they had this on sale recently for $639, down from, I think, $670, I went ahead and bought it. And it's kind of unique in that it's got this 7.5-inch barrel with the 3-inch flash diffuser, is what they call it, flash can. And it's got the forward charging handle. So as opposed to having this rear charger in a standard AR configuration, on this, they have a little plastic block, and there's just nothing there. You work the action by this lever, which has a rod that runs up into the upper, and it grabs the bolt and does the same thing that you know, the other rear charging handle does. It just does it from the front. I thought that was a pretty cool deal, and I certainly get the benefit of being able to fire and keep your target acquired and working the action, you know, with your non-shooting hand, and it does work for that. But the problem is that in this configuration, this is really close up against the rail, so that if you want to put a sling on here with a QD mount, you have to go all the way back to here to set that up. And even there, at that position, when you're racking this back, you still hit your fingers on that, and it can be kind of painful. You have to grab that handle really strange to be able to do it. I mean, I'll look. Can you see how tight that is? There's not much room in there at all. You can forget about getting anything in the backing of a QD mount on that rail. So your rail is useless up into the third M-lock, and it's really useless even in the third one because of the range of motion that this lever does if you've got stuff mounted on the left side of the rifle, if you're set up to shoot right-handed like this is. If you did it on the other side, you probably wouldn't have that. You could probably straddle these two and do a mounting. But so just to show you, this is standard thick mil-spec webbing that comes on most AR M16s, whatever. You can't even slide that between the rail and that blast diffuser. If you get the really cheap flimsy web, you can barely get it in there with some work, but I mean just barely, and that is some really thin webbing. So giving up on mounting a QD there to mount my favorite sling is this BTAC. I love this thing. I've got it running on all my ARs now, just like that. Couldn't get one of those to work on here. So I ended up buying a surplus, probably Chinese SKS or AK sling. This little leather thing can get in there really well, and I realize it's going to catch some heat from that flash diffuser. It does get hot even shooting 1 round per second to get a whole 30 round mag out like I did at the local indoor range. But all things being equal, if I'm going to keep it like this, I think this is the best way to get a sling set up for my preferences. And this sling is $10. I think it looks kind of cool. You know, it's heavy duty, it's thick, it is cotton or some kind of natural material, so I don't know how well it would do if it got wet frequently. But if I ever do replace it with something else, some other kind of synthetic webbing, I'll probably keep this same attachment rig. But what I really wish I would have done, I wish I would have gotten, this is basically their 10-inch rail. I wish I would have gotten the 10-inch barrel, because you've got a 7.5-inch barrel here with a 3-inch can. This thing is big, metal, and heavy. And you know, if I'm not into suppressors, I'm just not going to get one. I've played with them before, and they're just, once you get past the novelty of them, they're a dirty hassle. They're just not something I want to get into. If I did want to get one that fit in there, of course, this would be perfect if you could get a short can that didn't come out much further than this. But what I really wish I would have gotten was just a 10-inch barrel that would terminate right here with, you know, just a standard AR flash suppressor. So overall, I'm very happy. Oh, by the way, I did replace the grip. It came with a standard cheapo, more angled, like A2 grip, and I replaced it with the mag pull. I just like these grips a whole lot better. I like the extra storage you get. And yeah, very accurate. There are some, there's some good information on Foxtrot Mike's website, and they advise against running the Korean Glock imitation mags. Well, I've got 5 of these things, and I shot cheap Russian steel case at the range, and I didn't have one malfunction in 350 rounds. That was from brand new. I also got the Magpul 27 round mags that they actually recommend because they went on sale somewhere, and I bought 4 of those. Quite honestly, I like the form factor. I like the length of these better. almost even with the grip, whereas, you know, these things, I mean, that's that's a lot more real estate to deal with there. So anyway, hope someone found this useful. I really like the Foxtrot mic. I think you can buy it and be happy with it. A lot of fun to shoot. That's all.